Hello Stampers, and welcome to Laura's Stamp Pad. Today I am showing you how I created this super fun snowman card using the Snowman Seasons stamp set, which is this super cute one. Like, look at all of the different little snowmen, which I used each one on this card, as well as the coordinating punch, the snowman punch here. So you can see there's the fabulous snowman, the hat, the nose, and the arms. So I have lots of fun texture, a little bit of bling, some softness, and of course rhinestones up there at the top. So let's get started on how I made this. I started with a piece of Whisper White measuring 4 inches by 5 1/4, and I'm actually going to take a piece of the glimmer paper and rip it to make it look like snow. So here is my piece, and it does kind of have like a glossy back to it, so it takes a little bit to get it started. If you happen to have a hard time getting it started, you can always just add like a little snip with your paper snips just to kind of get it started. I also have found it's best to rip backwards so that your snow is like nice and even along the top, and it doesn't actually have like that ripped look. So instead of having that ripped look, instead it has a nice clean look for your snow. But before we put that down, I want to make sure that we stamp our little snowman first. So like I said, there's a whole bunch of different snowmen that you could put on this card, and I'm just going to go ahead and add him in basic gray. So I'm going to hold my snow here and then place my stamp just right above it, move the snow, and then stamp him down. So now I know that the snow is going to kind of cover up his feet and make him look like he's in the snow. And I'm not concerned about the other one because the other one I'm actually going to punch out. So now we can go ahead and we can add our snow to our card front here. So I'm just going to add some snail adhesive to that and place it down. Now with a piece of scrap paper, I'm going to stamp our snowman. So here's just a little piece of scrap that I was using for another project, but it works perfectly. So I'm just going to stamp that again in basic gray. I like using basic gray because it has that lighter look, so it's not so bold and like, you know, in your face with that solid look. And then I've actually placed my arms to make sure that they are on either side. So I can either stamp this with his arms up, or I can flip the arms over and stamp it with his arms down. So I'm actually gonna stamp it with his arms down, and doing the same masking way that I did with the other one. I'm gonna hold my little snowman where I want it, put my arms there, move the snowman, and then stamp. And then now I have those arms in the perfect spot. So I actually took some Stampin' blends and colored in the nose with, or the little carrot, I should say, with the pumpkin pie dark. I also actually colored in the buttons. There's that little like white spot, and I just wanted that to be darker. So I just filled that in with the black Stampin' blends. So just gave it a little bit of texture like that. And then I added some Stampin' Dimensionals to the back of him and added him to the card front. So you guys know I'm an overuser of Stampin' Dimensionals. So I'm going to use 4 on this little guy. And then I actually used the embellishment kit to add the scarf and the hat. And I love that because to me, my snowman growing up always had on a little hat and scarf like this. It never had a top hat. You know, that's not the kind of snowman I used to create. It used to be using our little, you know, scarves and hats that were knitted or flannel or, you know, whatever we had laying around. That's what we took off and used for our snowman. So this just seems more cozy and more like that. So in the kit, the embellishment kit, then there are these super fun little heart hats and scarves. So I'm just gonna pop those out. There's also mittens, and I'm gonna do mittens on this one because I super wanted to do mittens on my last one, this one here, but with that hand being covered, I didn't wanna do just one mitten because that looked silly. So whenever I had this card in Stamp Club, I told the girls that, and many of them added mittens to their project, and it was super, super cute. So I'm just adding a little bit of multi-purpose liquid glue, and I'm just going to add the little mittens to either side. I don't know if I did that correct. Should the thumb go up or down? I'm not really sure, but my thumbs, I guess, are going up. So there is my little hands or mittens, and then I'm just gonna add a little for the scarf. And then for the hat, I'm actually gonna put a little Stampin' Dimensional on there because I want it to be nice and level with the top of my snowman. And since my snowman is popped up on dimensionals, then the hat is going to be too. So now I'm just going to press all over this so that it gets a nice strong seal with that glue while I'm waiting to do the other one. I actually need to color in the little carrot on my little snowman. So that's probably good. So let's do the little carrot and the little coal buttons. Super cute. And of course, you can also use some of the new shimmer crystal effects to color in those little snowflake bits to get even more bling. For the top, I actually used some of the Let It Snow Designer Series paper, and I just added that with some snail adhesive and then stamped the greeting Merry Christmas in real red. So I used a little piece of cardstock here, and I'm just gonna stamp Merry Christmas in real red right here. And then I added some of the holiday rhinestone jewels. They were actually under my camera foot. And I added some of those little blue ones to that right across the top. For the inside of this card, to really pull it all together, I actually stamped the third snowman that's in this set and colored him. Isn't that super, super cute? Love it. So I used all 3 snowmen in the set as well as 2 of the greetings, and it was super fun and that fun punch. So I'll go ahead and finish this one off camera, but you can see how fun that is to do the little mittens as well. So super, super cute. Let me know which one you prefer. Do you prefer just the scarf and hat, or do you like the ones with the mittens too? The other option that you could do is you could stamp a small one like this, but only do 2 of the rounds instead of all 3 of them to make it look like a big one and a little one, and that would be super cute too. So let me know what your favorite is in the comments below. Don't forget to check out my blog, laurastampad.com, to see more on these as well as other things from the holiday mini catalog. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Be sure to subscribe if you're new, as I post every Tuesday and Thursday. And I'll see you all next time. Happy stamping. Bye-bye.